夜色茫茫，更让那怀感的我拥抱着夜来香，温柔着夜来香。
Who the hell bothers to pay a visit on a Sunday's evening? Can't be that annoying tenant. I said no to him 1,000 times. Absolutely no. My dear Peter. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I'm so sorry to disturb you without any further notice.
It's fine. Treat you as your own home. Come on, have a seat. So, when's the last time we met?
Oh, I believe it's in the butcher 3 days ago.
For my poor memory. Just like it's when we get old. So, what's with the fancy dress? You know, evening suits, ties, glove. Where are you going?
I've only come to see you, Madam Mom.
Well, why the fancy dress? It's not New Year's Eve. It's not the Spring Festival.
Well, I've come to you with an important request, Madam. Oh, you have always been so kind to me and helped me out on various occasions. Pardon me, I'm getting excited. Can I get some water, please?
He's here for money. Thinks I don't know it, but that dude has money. Works in an international school. That makes shit tons of money. Huh. He's going to be doing drugs. So, what's the problem, my dear?
Sorry, you see, I'm overexcited. I've been wondering and pondering for days, and in short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it, of course, and do not have any right to come on your
Oh, enough! Just tell me. I'm sick of how you speak. Just say it.
I've come to ask the hand of your daughter Natalia Wang in marriage.
What? Can you just say that?
I told her to
Oh my God, my dear Peter! Oh my God, I'm just so happy. Like I realized. For a second, I thought you were gonna ask for my hand. Nothing at all. I'm so. I will go tell Natalia right now. You sit down, and I will.
My honored lady, do you think she will agree to marry me? I promise I will make her the happiest woman in the world.
Of course she will. She's such a lovesick cat. She will marry with any. I will go fetch her. You sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Natalia!
It's cold. I'm trembling all over. My fingers are shaking. I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to look for an ideal of a real love, then we'll never get married. Not at this age. Natalia is an excellent housekeeper. Not bad looking. Educated, but also not too educated. What more can I ask for? In the first place, it's impossible for me not to marry. I'm already 35, critical age for a man. 10 for settling down. Colleagues will spread the rumors if I keep staying single. I need a wife to take care of me, to do all the laundry, to cook 3 meals a day. Of course I can get myself a maid, but why bother paying such a lot? Labor in the city is not cheap. Marrying a woman is clearly more economical. Yes, I shall get myself a wife. I shall marry with Natalia.
The Mark said there's a tenant who's come for his rent. Oh, Peter! It's you! How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking.
Have you had dinner?
Yes, I had it at home.
Oh, Peter. Oh, you must excuse my apron and my hands, Peter. I've just been making pastry for my apple pie. I'm not like some so-called bakers who just buy the pre-made pastry. Genuinely, I just cannot stand them. Why are you pacing around like this, Peter? Sit down, sit down. Oh God, Peter, I have not seen you in such a long time. How are you? Peter, I beg you, you have to try my apple pie. I mean, it'll taste different to how it tasted before, because I've changed up the recipe and things like that. But yeah, before we get into pie and things like that, why this outfit, Peter? Are you perhaps going somewhere?
This outfit, I'm glad you bring up this topic. Of course, there's a reason why I'm in all this. Listen carefully, you will be surprised and perhaps even angry. But it's awfully cold.
Peter, stop. Honestly, you have the worst habit of just gibbering nonsense. Just tell me. What is it?
Briefly speaking, you must know this for Natalia. That I've long since my childhood have the privilege of knowing your family. My Aunt Julie and her late husband, whom you know, have been inherited the hotel business. They always say the Wong family is the most trustworthy. The Chu and Wong family have always had this friendless, I might almost say the most affectionate regard to each other. There are millions of estate agents in this proud city, and my mother urged me to read your partner. She has the greatest respect to your family. And as you know, my aunt's grandmother passed her land to my aunt, which will also be passed to me shortly. It's a near neighbor of yours. Surely you will remember that my oxen meadows had your birds inside.
Excuse me? You say my oxen meadows, but are they yours?
Yes, mine.
What are you talking about, Peter? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
No, you are mistaken. They are ours.
Well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out?
How? I'm speaking of those oxen meadows which are right in the
Yes, those are ours, Peter, not yours.
No, you are mistaken, Natalia. I promise you.
Oh my God, Peter, this is unbelievable. How long have they been yours?
How long? I mean, as long as I can remember.
Do you think I will buy your
But
words?
this is the from the document, Natalia. Oxen meadows, true enough, were once the subject of dispute. But now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, in Qing Dynasty, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows to the perpetuity of your father's grandfather's land.
No, absolutely nothing like that. Both my grandfather and my great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended right out to the burnt marsh, which means that oxen meadows are ours. I mean, it's so silly there's no point even arguing, Peter.
I will show you the legal document, Natalia.
You must be kidding! Oh my God! What a day! What a surprise! I was just humming along and making my apple pie, my delicious apple pie at that. You come along and you tell us that the land we have owned for 300 years is not ours? Peter, I can hardly believe my own ears. The land is not worth much to us. I mean, it's in a god-forsaken location. Not even counting into a suburb of Shanghai, but I'd go to a temple. I'd burn a dozen incenses if the price of the land even increases by a single dollar in the next 15 years, but I just can't stand this unfairness. I can't stand this intrusive bullshit.
Listen to me, I imported your father's grandfather's paisans, as I've already had the honor of explaining to you.
Enough about this crap about aunts and grandmothers and grandfathers. The meadows are ours and that is all.
Mine.
Ours! Oh my God, Peter, you can go on about it for days on end, spreading your lies around the town saying, I'm Peter, the fine gentleman from 22 Beach Road. You can tell anyone you want that oxen meadows are yours, but you know what? There's only been a tiny space for me to take a step backwards. Oxen meadows are ours and that is all. All.
Natalia, you know what?
What?
The meadows aren't worth much to me. If you like, I can give them to you as a present.
I can give them to you as a present because they are mine. Peter, oh my God, your attitude is just rude. It's horrible. Up to this time, we always thought of you as a my own land freely. That's my own neighborly. It's impudent, if you want to know.
Then you make out that I'm a thief.
Yes. Yes.
Miss, never in my life have I stolen anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. Oh, somebody
It's not true, they're ours. Ours! Oh my God, I'll have someone go put up a sign outside the meadows this very day. The sign will clearly show that Oxon Meadows belongs to the Honorable Wong family.
I will plug it off.
You dare.
Oh, somebody are mine. Do you understand?
How dare you shout at me in my own house? You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but I must ask you to restrain yourself. At least behave like an educated Shanghai lady.
Miss, if it wasn't for this awful, excruciating combination, if my whole inside wasn't outside, I'd like to speak to you in another way. Oh, somebody are mine.
It's ours!
Mine.
What's the matter? Why are we shouting at each other?
Oh, Mama! Can you please tell this fine gentleman what Oxon Meadows we all be?
Darling, the meadows are ours.
But, madam, how can they be yours? You are not at your right mind. My aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows to your father's grandfather's parents, and the father's grandfather's parents used to bake bread to my aunt's grandmother. Now my aunt's grandmother wishes to make them a present, and then it all happened that you know, understand, right?
Excuse me, my love, but you just forget this, that the meadows weren't yours to begin with, and the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that, and the meadows are now ours. So that's it.
I will prove to you that they are mine. You know what? It's terrible to talk to laymen like you two. Confucius put it right. Laymen and small men are difficult to look after. I, indeed.
What do you mean? You are a small man.
That's my bad then. But Oxon Meadows are mine.
You won't prove it, sweetheart.
I shall!
Lovely. Well, not yell like that. We won't get anywhere by just yelling. I don't want anything of yours, and I don't intend to give up what ours. Okay? That's it.
I don't understand. How be the right to give up somebody else's property?
Let's be clear on one thing. I don't know whether I have the right or not. You see, young man, I'm sick of how you argue, and I'm not used to being shouted at like in that tone. You see, I am 12 years older than you, and I ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself.
No, you just think I'm a fool and want to You come and lend yours, and you wanted me to speak to you calmly and politely. You never stop behave like that, Sabrina. You're not a neighbor, you're a robber.
What's that? What did you say?
Oh, send the servant out to Oxon Meadows at once.
What did you say?
Oh my God, Oxon Meadows are ours, and I'm not gonna give it up. I will not give it up. I just cannot give it up.
We will see. Okay. I will have this matter taken to court, and things shall be done with justice.
To court? You can take it to court. Of course you can take it to court. You're just looking for a reason to take it to court. Oh, all you people were like that. You petty fogger! Oh.
What's wrong with my people? Oh, the Jews have all been honorable people, and no one has ever committed embezzlement like your grandfather.
Everybody has had lunacy in your family. All of you dickheads. You think I don't know? Your grandmother opened up a brothel, a fucking whorehouse. And your younger aunt Nancy, who did she run away with? A guitarist.
And your grandfather bribed the French soldiers in Shanghai French concession 100 years ago. He sold his fellow compatriots out. And you know what? You know what? Yeah. All of your family are absolute drunkards.
Would you grandparents moved to this city? You are just a pathetic third-generation immigrant. You're not even authentic Shanghainese.
I was born and raised here. I can't stand this. And it's also an open secret that your late husband slept with
Get out of the house and don't ever bother coming here again!
Take it to court, we'll see!
Terrible man. What a terrible man.
What a scumbag! What trust can you have in your hands?
The scarecrow, he's mental.
First he takes our land, and then he has the impudence to abuse us!
And that blind hen, yes. Thinking he can come here and make a proposal. Cheek is as thick as the wall.
God, exactly. Hang on. What proposal?
Well, I came here to propose to you.
To propose to me? To propose to me? Why didn't you tell me? To propose to me?
What's the matter with you?
To propose? Bring him back! Bring him back!
Bring you back! What is the matter with you? Oh, the mother of a never girl. I'll kill myself. I'll hang myself. I'll fetch him back. I'll fetch him back.
Bring him back! What have they done to me? Oh my God! Propose to me! Oh, oh. Oh my God! To propose!
He's coming back. We drove him out. We abused him.
It was you!
It was not me.
Oh, fetch it.
He's coming back now, and you. I don't want to fucking talk to him.
My heart is palpitating awfully. I'm including myself. My feet respond. 35 is a crucial age.
Oh, forgive us, dear Peter. We were all a little bit overheated, right? Oxen Meadows really are truly yours.
My medals.
Yes, the meadows are yours.
My medals.
Mama was wrong. She was wrong, Peter. She was absolutely wrong. The meadows really are truly 100%, absolutely, undoubtedly yours.
The medals aren't worth much to me.
Yes.
I am acting on principle.
Yes,
it is the
principle. Let that pass. Let that pass. I mean, there's no point arguing over land these days, Peter. The Communist Party owns all the land. We just have the rights to use them.
Still, I have evidence. You know, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of
Let
these medals
that pass. Jesus Christ. Honestly, what a boring man. I wish I knew how to get him started. How's the teaching going?
Oh, Natalia, I was really pressured. I was thinking of taking a break after the term and back to Switzerland somewhere with life. But then I went to find someone to look after my cat. Have you heard of it, Natalia? What a misfortune I've had. My cat Project has come thrush.
Pretty. How?
I have eaten something wrong, I don't know. My very best cat. Not the money I spent to keep her baby thousands.
That's way too much, Peter.
I know, but she's such a lovely cat. I mean, she's adorable.
Yeah, you see, my aunt, she had a cat, Pumpkin. She spent 500 yuan on that cat, and we all know Pumpkin's much better looking than Courgette, so.
Pumpkin is better looking than Courgette. Huh? Pumpkin is better looking than Courgette.
Well, excuse me, of course Pumpkin's better looking than Pumpkin. I mean, Pumpkin is still young. She has time to really develop. Of course, she will look prettier than any cat in Shanghai.
Excuse me, you forgot just the fact that pumpkin is a Donskoy. It means it's hairless. A Donskoy always looks like a rat.
Brad! Pumpkin? I don't believe what I'm hearing. Pumpkin, don't you listen to me.
I'm not sure your dinosaurs look more adorable.
Are you kidding me? In the first place, Pumpkin has famous parents. Her parents won the best cat of pastry competition. I mean, there's no point spending any money on your stupid cat at all. She looks like a worn-out cab horse.
I mean, Courgette is old, but I wouldn't take 5 pumpkins for her. Why? How can you? I mean, Courgette is a cat. As for Pumpkin, it's too funny to argue. Anyone you know has a cat as cute as Pumpkin. Seriously, Pumpkin is the lower limit you can have. Even the butcher is looking for something better now these days.
There is some devil in you today, Peter. First, you pretend that Oxford Meadows are yours, and then...
It's mine.
Shut up. Then you go on about the fact that Courgette is better looking than Pumpkin, when you know perfectly well that Pumpkin's better looking. I mean, I just cannot stand when people don't say what they mean. Why aren't you just saying what you mean?
I see that you consider me either blind or fool.
Yeah, I do.
But you must admit that Pumpkin looks like a rat.
It's not true.
It is.
It's not true!
Okay, my lady.
Why talk rot? Just the other day, Mrs. Chen from 24 Church Street and Ben from 11 Meadowfield just came and prayed what a good cat Pumpkin looks like.
Excuse me, I cannot continue this discussion. My heart is palpitating.
Honestly. I've noticed that the people who argue the most are actually the ones who know the least.
Please be silent.
I'm not going to stay silent while you blatantly lie about my cat.
Shut up!
You will not shut up! I will not shut up until you acknowledge that Pumpkin is 100 times better than Courgette.
100 times worse!
Oh!
Pumpkin!
No!
Stupid head, eyes, and this fucking pathetic shoulder!
Oh, there's no need to hang your stupid cat. She's half dead already.
Shut up!
I'm shut up! I'm not going to shut up! Oh!
What is the matter?
Oh
now
my
again?
god! Oh!
Fucking house.
Oh!
Man.
Mama, please, for God's sake, can you please tell this gentleman whose cat is better? Aunt Louise's one of his
Madam, let me just tell you one thing.
Hmm?
Tell me, does Pumpkin looks like a rat? Yes or no?
Pumpkin is the most beautiful cat in the city.
Even my Courgette looks better.
Don't excite yourself, darling. I mean, your cat, yes, maybe a Japanese bobtail, big, beautiful yellow eyes, but let's look at the facts. That cat has 2 defects. She's old and her tail looks like a rabbit.
Excuse me, but may I remind you that in the last Vice Cat in Angel Street, a Japanese bobtail was the champagne, while your adorable Donskoy was left thousands of boards behind.
Pumpkin was left in the street because Angel Street sits in a suburb and people are uneducated. Listen, a Donskoy is the best.
Well, may I remind you in the last Vice Cat here in town, your Pumpkin was asleep and snoring comfortably from the beginning to the end.
It was not true. She just had too much Young man, I am very liable to lose my temper. So let's just stop arguing, because we're all arguing about everybody's cats. No one gives a shit. Everybody's arguing all the time. You just need to realise that some of the cats are better than your Courgette, okay? And that's it.
My heart.
Oh God!
My heart.
My heart! My heart! My heart! What the fuck's wrong with an international school teacher? What do you do when someone questions you? My heart! Oh!
Yes. What sort of teacher are you? You ought to sit behind a lectern giving your lectures. You think I don't know how you got the job? Your mother bribed the headmaster.
Enough! You horrendous old woman! Whom nobody cares about. You sit down here in your little chair behind this fucking little table. And no one cares about you.
Shut up!
I
cancer now. Oh, isn't Mary a lesbian? Oh, wait, didn't Scarlett run off to America?
My
I know
feet.
all the stories.
My feet.
Shall I tell them?
My feet. My heart is probably leading awfully. A doctor! A doctor! A doctor!
Something's wrong with him.
Leave me, I'm sick and I can't
Something's
breathe.
actually wrong with him. He might be dead. Mama, he's dead.
He's
Oh my God, he's dead. A doctor. Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
He's
Oh, he's dead.
dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no. My God, Lord Buddha, what do I do? Shall I kill myself? Shall I hang myself? Because the police are going to come. Shall we kill ourselves? Where's the pistol? Where's the ring? Why haven't I killed myself already? Let's just see. Oh my God. Wait. Oh, he's coming around.
I see stars.
Just get married, will ya? She's willing, all right? She's willing. I give you my blessing. Just leave me in peace.
Where am I? Mary who?
Oh, Natalia, she's willing, for goodness sake.
You're alive, I'm willing.
Kiss her.
Kiss her!
It's nice. I'm happy, Natalia.
I'm happy too.
What a burden off my shoulders. Oof.
At least now you'll admit that your dumb cat's worse than mine. I mean better than mine. I mean, at least now you'll admit that
My cat is better than you.
Okay.
Weiter.
Okay.
Worse?
Champagne.
Worse?
Champagne.
Worse?